Happy 335 Thursday. Welcome to another Music Maker guitar video. I was doing some slide playing last week, and I was actually talking all week. I've been talking all week about like my practice routine and just how important it is to establish one. And you know, I thought today I'd just come out and play a little bit of slide because I've been loving doing it so much, and then also just kind of talk about how some of these practice techniques apply to like slide guitar. I think I've talked before about basically what it does. I'm going to do kind of an intro to this thing too. Basically, I think something anybody needs to know in the beginning, like if you're first picking up a slide, there's a couple of things. First of all is like different materials make a different sound. So this is a chrome slide. I prefer that. But like a glass slide will give you a different tone, and like I've seen like aluminum, and like alloys and like all kinds of different materials out there. So I would encourage anybody who's getting into slide playing and experiment a little bit with different types of slides and figure out what sound you like best, especially, and then also like what feels comfortable, because there's like different sizes of these things. There's those ones that slide around on your finger. I've never been comfortable playing those, but I've seen people do them and they're great, you know? So that said, I prefer the Dunlop chrome slide. That's my slide of choice. It fits my finger well, and I like the way the material sounds on a guitar. So that's like first of all. The second thing that anybody who's maybe just venturing into this world would need to know for the first time is that when you put a slide on your finger, what you're essentially doing is taking every fret off of the guitar and putting it on your finger. That's how we can get this like kind of vocal sound. Is you're essentially like turning your guitar into a fretless instrument, and then this is your fret. So that's, I think, maybe first thing to understand. It's basically like that, and then in learning that, you kind of learn inherently like how a fret works and what its job is. Basically, like when I push here on the 5th fret, that's this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th metal bar here that's making the sound. It's not really necessarily our finger pushing it up against the wood, because if the fret wasn't there, that would change the tuning. In fact, in fretless guitars, you'll notice that too. Like your finger placement changes the tuning. But here, it's more that your finger activates this bar by having the string touch up against it. That's why like action is really important in your setup and your intonation, so that you don't get like buzzy sounds and stuff on a regularly set up guitar. So that said, like you're basically taking all of those off. So to get in tune, you have to be exactly on the fret with your slide to do that. So there's a couple of things that I practice with this. First thing is just on one string, do, re, mi. And what you're aiming for is to like make it sound like that with... Anybody can do that and sound that out, but a lot of people, like when they do that, you won't get the tuning right, all kinds of things. So I think it's really important to establish just playing them as broken up individual notes. No vibrating or sliding like that. Like that's like bad, and then just... You can always add more and be like, okay, I'm going to do a still note and then add vibrato. gives it a little bit of a more musical effect, and then again, it kind of forces you to be in tune. I think that's one of the most important parts of playing slide guitar, is being in tune, having good intonation. And I think that involves good hearing, so I think that's really important. Anyways, that said, that's first thing that I would do, is just practice the scale up and down. Like, get really comfortable with that. Then I have another thing that I practice, is basically a similar thing, but starting from the open string. Seeing if you can slide on to the string this way. So I'm only picking the one time. And you want to get that sustain all the way across. That's not necessarily a pleasant sound to have. So I want to avoid that if possible. Then you can get some cool things like that, like play a harmonic and get that really, really great overtone on it, especially with that front pickup. Kind of work on your tone on things like that. It's really, really a great exercise. Then there's one other thing that's, I think, really important, and I've talked about this in videos, but controlling all of the vibrations that might be unwanted vibrations is kind of the other part of doing this slide thing. Because as soon as, many people notice this, as soon as you put a slide on, you get that, like, immediately. So what's happening is this: you're creating a vibration on this side, but little did we know it, there's also a vibration on this other side. Especially prevalent at the harmonic here, 12th fret. That's only on this left side of the slide here, making that noise. Because I'm muting everything over here. I have it all blocked. So there's like these definite overtones that are going to start happening that you weren't used to before. So two things I do. Block on the left side, big time, by using these other fingers. Then the other thing that I do is I block every string that I don't want to ring with this hand. Either like using some fingers or my palm. Depending on what I'm playing, I might use like a pick. It kind of depends. I flex between like using a pick and just controlling vibrations, or if I need to do something really intricate, I might just eat my pick and play with it. Anyways, I hope that was really helpful for you. I'm going to go ahead and play my way out. Happy 335 Thursday. Please like and comment and subscribe, and be sure to visit my website if you want to do really in-depth lessons on this stuff. Have a great day. I'll see you next time.